Good evening, everybody. It's Thursday, day 58 of my journey to alignment. And since it's Thursday, my workday is shorter than normal because I go to Avalon Care Center at 3 p.m. each Thursday afternoon to visit with the folks there, and I stay there until about 5:30 p.m. Then I go home just in time to greet Kathleen as she comes through the door from work. She's home! I love you, sweetheart. So let's begin. My power statement for this morning was very simple and to the point. I'm going to finish writing out episode 3 of my podcast series. Boom. That's all I put on it. Well, even with the shortened day today, I was able to still finish out writing that episode 3 podcast series, The Laws of Attraction and Manifestation. And so let me show you something right here. Here's one page of it. It's right there. This ended up being just shy of 14 pages, so I didn't want to print those all out. Just trust me, got them done. And I really enjoyed talking about these two laws of success, the law of attraction and the law of manifestation. I was able to finish writing it out, but I wasn't able to record it due to the shortened day that I had. But I feel great that it was finished writing it, and the podcast for my Mindset series is just coming along just fine. 3 now. It's one more big piece of my coaching dream that's come through the portal of my mind and into the world of the physical right here. Bam! Done. Man, oh man, that feels so fantastic. My product and service that I'm going to be providing my beginner entrepreneur clients are appearing right here before my eyes. That's why I always say that I am accomplishing my dream. Now let's talk a little bit about that thing called accomplished. You know, a lot of folks feel like they can't really talk about that and say that, oh yeah, I got that done and I got that done. And they've got these big dreams, and it may take a 5-year goal of doing these little things to finally get it done. And they can't feel like they've accomplished anything until they can speak it sitting right there and it's bought or it's done. That's not true. Every little piece, once you start that process and you get one piece through the portal of your mind, another piece through the portal of your mind, you're accomplishing your dream. So I'm loving being able to say that I'm accomplishing this coaching dream. Now, here's my, right here, you can see finish writing 3 podcasts. That's the yarn. There's not a whole lot of other things on that list. Done! As you can see, I had several additional details that I had to do, like calling Xfinity so I could fix a problem that I had popped up on the bill, which, by the way, took way too long to get done. It is so frustrating to go through 10 minutes of that recorder voice, and we want this, we do this, we want this. Nope, just want to talk to an agent. Nope, just want to talk to an agent. Anyhow, I could have let them really cause frustration, but I just was patient. I've had it over and over again over the years, so I know that it's just a little bit of time, and I finally got to the agent. Boom, it was done. Check, done. Now, in my checking account, however, like I do every morning, I check my accounts, and I had to go online this morning and pay off some bills and stay on top of that. I don't like to get them on a prepaid kind of basis because I can get behind on some things and it comes through and I didn't make the deposit I wanted to. So I don't like having any kind of late fees or shortage fees. That's just giving money away, like striking a match to $30, and I don't like that. So I like to pay them and stay on top of it. So I did that. And then I had to go out of the office this morning to do some errands. Had to make a couple of deposits, and then I came back home and was able to focus on getting episode 3 of that podcast series written up so it could be ready to record. Now let's answer Croy's get honest with yourself questions. What didn't go well today, Marty? Or what could you have done better? Did you wake up early and start strong? Always, always, always. Start strong, stay strong, end strong. Did you start your morning with power? Cold water on the face? Oh, that feels so great. I never thought it would, but it's just great every morning, and it wakes me up and I make that bed and start the morning with power. Were you productive throughout your day? Well, I showed you, I absolutely was. Did you get the most important thing done? Bam, done, done, done. Did you move your goals forward? Yes, came right through the port of my mind right there. Now podcast 3 and then podcast 4 and then that's always moving that ball forward. Did you show up as the person you wanted to today? I did. What about your personal time with Kathleen? Were you present and loving? Absolutely. I'll talk about that in a moment. Croy summarizes these questions with this question. What was the one thing, Marty, out of all the things you got done today that you know you could have improved on going forward? In other words, did you fail at anything today that you can turn into a tool of success? Isn't that a great principle? When you come across a struggle or you stumbled or whatever, is to look at it instead of beat yourself up and complain and get discouraged, depressed, whatever. You say, be kind to yourself, step back, get a little honest with yourself, and think, is there a tool of success here? That is so cool. I was able to finish writing episode 3 of my podcast series. I've learned that if I'm not careful, like I said before, I can become a perfectionist and I'd never get anything done on time. And so I was careful not to fall into that trap today. I'm sure I could have found a few flaws in what I've written out still, but I'm okay with saying it's done and moving on in to get ready to record so that I can say that it's finished. So no failure today. The next question is, what was the biggest success that you had today, Marty? Well, my biggest success was, interesting enough, it was staying on task for the entire day so that I could not only get the next podcast written up, but I was able to get everything else done and off my list. Boom, boom, boom. I routed it up. It's done. And so that I could show up at Avalon Care Center like I wanted to. I want to have those things done so I could be there, focused, and be present with them and not be thinking about all the things I could be doing at home or whatever. I don't like that feeling. I like to know I'm here, I'm enjoying it, I'm theirs, I'm showing up, I'm present. That, I think, was my biggest success. The next question is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? Well, let me tell you about how I find time to go to the movies. When it's time to do my mindfulness, which is part of my morning routine, going to the movies is the first thing that I do. I already had 5 minutes of meditation. You have that every morning. You get that hot juice or cider or tea, whatever you like, and you're just meditating. You're going, taking it. It's very interesting. I haven't had time to drink or to have breakfast, whatever. And when I take that, all of a sudden, within a minute, my tongue is going, getting all things juiced up and stirred up and ready to go. And I'm ready to go to the movies. I call it my why movie, where I'm parking my car at the side of Kathleen's office building downtown Salt Lake. My son and his wife are getting out of their car and they have their little guy Huxley with them, and they're meeting me there at the front door of the office to go up to the 6th floor where Kathleen is working. They're all decked out. I imagine us in the elevator talking and Huxley wanting to hold on to the balloons. Papa, balloons, Papa. We're all excited and talking about how surprised Grandma's going to be. I could go on and on and on giving you a review of that retirement movie of our Hawaii trip that I pre-play all the time, or describe for you the bike rides together in the park and me on my trike and Kathleen and her bike sitting out on the patio in the mornings, early mornings after our win the morning, win the day routine, and after exercising together, because this time Kathleen isn't rushing off to work. Her and I are just relaxing, eating our breakfast together because she's retired and I'm retired. And we're talking and enjoying the morning sun as it rises over those Rocky Mountains over there. It's just so beautiful. Man, I'm thinking about that, living the dream as though it's already here. It's to the point now where it's almost like it's already happened. It's so real to me, and I promise you it's going to happen. And your why movie and your vision movie, if you keep doing what you're doing and continue feeding your plus factor, it's going to be your future too. Next is, what's the one thing you did that made you feel successful today, Marty? Well, knowing I had a short day today and I had several tasks that would take up a good deal of my time, I chose not to be stressed. I simply stayed focused on getting the necessary tasks done, and then I came back and got after the most important task, and I was able to finish writing episode 3. It wasn't stressful at all. It was so fun because I've lived it for 2 months now, and throughout my life, actually. It may not seem like a big deal, but it is, and that's because it's sitting right here. That's one page of it. All the rest is on my laptop in that hard drive. Finished. And that makes me feel like a winner. Your success, Marty. Way to go. Next, Croy says that you're supposed to rate your day. What the effort you did. So I did that, and I gave my day a 9. I say 9 because I would have loved to have been able to have recorded and finished episode 3 altogether and just say that it's done. And I think I probably could have got that done if I had gone back up to my office after dinner tonight and come up here for the evening and not stayed down to spend the evening with Kathleen. Once again, it's about trade-offs and making those choices. Excuse me, I'm sure glad I spent the evening with Kathleen, but it would have been nice to have episode 3 recorded too, but that's okay. I'll get to it tomorrow. It's all good, and I love my time with my wife. The next question is, if this was the only thing you get done tomorrow, but you'd still feel like a success, what would that one thing be? And now put it into a power statement for tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is Friday, and I want to end the work week on a high note. And so I'm going to try and get everything done, including recording podcast 3. If there's time, I want to try and get lesson 1 of my 12 lessons to business alignment for my beginner entrepreneurs recorded too. Wouldn't that be fantastic? So here's my power statement. I'm going to record episode 3 of my podcast series and get lesson 1, how to come up with a business idea, recorded too. We hope. Of course, that's only the beginning of getting a lesson completed and ready to be watched by my clients. I say that because I still have to do the graphics and add the background music and get it then re-recorded so it's all one true recording with loops and things, and it just flows beautifully with things coming in and out. It's going to be a process, but man, I only have to do it 12 times, and those 12 lessons, which is my product, will be done. But again, I'm going to start with the first lesson, and like I said, if I get that first one done, it'll be the template for all the rest of them, and that'll help me get all them done so much faster. And so I'm really looking forward to recording lesson 1. Now then, before I close this off for today, I have to make a couple of comments. First of all, I finished reading The Plus Factor today, one day early. It was over 220 pages long, but because each chapter was like its own little separate essay, it was like I had 20 essays about powerful success thinking and the power of the vibrational mind and how it helps release the power of the plus factor within each of us. The last chapter went on to discover and to talk about how to keep the plus factor flowing throughout your life by incorporating 10 powerful attitudes, 10 powerful thoughts, 10 powerful principles that create a successful business owner's mentality and mindset. That mapping where those neural paths are replaced with the old stuff with new ones and laid in firm, and after a while you got them into mental habits. That mapping. Well, here they are. Faith, the principle and moving cause of all action. Positive thinking, positive thoughts applied to the CTFAR model. Circumstance, thought, feelings, actions, result. CTFAR model. Persistence, the strength to never give up. Confidence, it's what you build as you bring pieces of your dream through the portal of your mind into the world of the physical. Confidence. Positive imagining, I call it going to the movies. Meditation, mindfulness, prayer, pondering. It's called getting centered. Getting centered and focused on the right things and getting those right thoughts, being honest with yourself, stepping back, being kind to yourself, but thinking properly. Affirmations, speaking what you want and not what you don't want. Why would you ever speak what you don't want? Speaking who you really are and how you want to show up. Belief, a belief that it is possible. I believe it's possible. Say it out loud. It's possible. Love of yourself, of others, of your creator, and grand feeling of gratitude. And lastly, working hard and working smart. So those are the 10 principles or thoughts that help you keep that plus factor going. After almost 2 months of incorporating these principles into my thinking, through doing my routines and taking the deliberate daily action of choosing to think these kinds of thoughts, they truly are becoming a part of my mental mapping, my mindset, my mentality. I can't believe it. It comes out of my mouth. It comes up now almost like habit. It's wonderful. The result is I'm experiencing the release of the plus factor in me. I feel it. It's special quality and power in everything that I'm doing every day now, and it's keeping me going as I work to keep it, the plus factor, going in my daily walk. I love it. Mr. Pill says these 10 principles are not designed to make life a bed of roses, but rather to toughen you up so you can meet and handle trouble and difficulty, because you've become strong. Starting strong, staying strong, and ending your day strong. On Saturday night, which is the last day of the month, here in a couple nights, February 29th, I'm going to be doing a review of all that I've been able to get through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical during February, just like I did last month. And I'm so excited to do that review because I and everyone else who happens to see these first 2 months of my video journal, they're going to see firsthand how the laws of attraction and manifestation have worked and are working and are playing a big role in my accomplishments. So exciting. Okay, let's end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for nurses, caregivers, and aides. These people, both women and men, are incredible people. As I've watched them serve the folks over there at the care center, I've seen how hard they work and how kind they are under extreme circumstances. They're incredible. They're so loving, and they truly have chosen a field that is allowing them to love these people who are in a unique time in their life. I love you. You're great people. Next, I'm grateful for the radio. That might sound a little odd. I'm grateful for the radio, but for those times I want my mind to shut down and relax a little bit and turn off for a few minutes, it's so nice to have the radio in my car that I can just go boop, push the button and have music or a talk show or whatever to kind of take over my mind and enjoy a little relaxing as I drive here or drive there. And then when I'm ready to get back to thinking and thinking through things, and I'm ready and all done with relaxing right there, I can simply boop, push that button off and I'll be right back at it. It's so great. So I'm grateful for the radio. And lastly, I'm grateful for microwaves. I think this one is self-explanatory, right? I can put some cold food in and 96 later, bing, it's hot and ready to go. Saves a lot of time. It's so great. What a life we have here living in America. Well, there you go. Thursday's history, and I'm ready to shut down for the night. It's been a great day of living the dream. So, bam, done. I'll see you tomorrow night right here, same time, same place, same computer. And until then, I wish everyone continued success. Good night.